Welcome to the Deep Dive. Today, we're tackling something we all face. Those really important moments, like a huge presentation, maybe a high-stakes meeting, or like we're focusing on today, a job interview. How do
Yeah.
you really show up confident and ready? So we've got this fantastic source material. It's a real-life story from someone named Nora, detailing her job interview experience in Germany. And it's not just a story. It's really packed with practical stuff.
Exactly. And that's what this deep dive is all about. We're going to pull out the key insights, the psychology behind it, the actual strategies Nora used, basically give you a shortcut so you're informed and ready for your own challenges, whether it's an interview or, any big day. Nora's journey, think of it like a blueprint you can use.
Okay, so let's ask the big question then.
Yeah.
What does it actually take to be ready, truly confident, when everything's on the line? Let's start right at the beginning. Nora's morning. She gets up early, sun shining, blue sky, the whole deal. She looks out the window, takes a breath, and she just knows deep down, wow, today's important. I need to do my best. But she didn't just feel it. She acted on it. Looked in the mirror, big smile, and told herself, Nora, you can do this. Be strong. Be brave.
Yeah, and that's huge. That initial step, the self-talk, it's not just fluff. What she's doing there, it's essentially priming herself, actively telling her brain, access strength, access bravery. It's like setting the stage internally for success. It can even, physiologically reduce stress before she even leaves the house. It's powerful.
That really makes sense. It's like programming yourself for success. And then she moves from the mental to the practical. Getting ready, she picked out clothes to look smart, white shirt, black pants. Standard enough. But this detail I loved. She put on a small silver necklace, her lucky charm, and then packing her bag. CV, notebook, pen, bottle of water, thinking she might get thirsty. Smart.
And all these little things add up, don't they? The smart clothes, that's partly about the first impression, sure, but it's also enclosed cognition. What you wear actually affects how you feel, how you think. It aligns her internal feeling with, professionalism.
Right, feeling the part.
Exactly. And the lucky charm, that necklace. Fascinating. It sounds maybe a bit superstitious, but it works as a transitional object, something familiar and comforting in a stressful, unfamiliar situation. It's like a psychological anchor. The belief in it can genuinely boost confidence, reduce anxiety. It's a sort of placebo effect, but a real effect.
Wow, even a necklace.
Yeah. And the water, the CV, the pen, that's foresight, that tackles the practical anxieties. Am I prepared? Yes, I am. It all builds confidence.
Okay, so she's prepped mentally, physically. Now the journey. She takes bus. And even here, she's actively managing things. She's watching the trees go by, people walking, shops, trying to stay calm. Even though her heart's pounding thinking about interview questions, then she arrives. Big, modern building. Feels a bit scared for a second. But then, deep breath walks in. Big smile. Good morning to the receptionist.
That journey phase, that's prime time for anxiety to creep up, right? What Nora does on the bus, noticing things outside, that's a classic grounding technique. Shifting focus outward stops the internal worry spiral. Very smart.
Keeps her present.
Totally. And being polite to the receptionist, super important. 1, everyone you meet is part of the impression you make. 2, it reinforces her own sense of control. I'm handling this, and that deep breath, that's literally calming her nervous system. Simple, but so effective.
Okay, so she makes it inside. Waiting room, other candidates there. Must have been intense. Then her name's called. Nora, please come in. Heart's probably going crazy. Walks in. 2 interviewers, friendly man and woman. And they start with the questions. Pretty standard stuff, actually. Tell us about yourself. What do you like doing in your free time? Why us? Why this company? You. Then tell us about your strengths. And crucially for her context, do you speak German?
Right. Standard questions, but each has a hidden purpose, Tell us about yourself. It's an icebreaker, yeah, but also tests how you frame your story. Nora connects it to moving to Germany, wanting a job. Purposeful.
Good point.
Free time shows personality, maybe hidden skills. Reading, cooking, walks suggest she's maybe thoughtful, balanced, maybe disciplined. Why us? That tests motivation, research. Her answer about helping people, learning, teamwork, that aligns with what companies often want. Strengths. Self-awareness check. Good listener, friendly, tries her best. Those are solid soft skills.
And the German question.
Straightforward skills check for that job, that location, essential.
Now, here's something I found really impressive, especially doing this in a new country, new language possibly. When she didn't understand something, she didn't just guess or freeze. She just said, straight up, sorry, can you say that again, please? And the interviewers, they were really kind, even said, that's good, we also speak English, so don't worry.
Yes. That's not weakness. That is absolute strength. Think about it. In that high-pressure situation, maybe with a language barrier, the temptation is to bluff or just nod. Her asking for clarification shows she's actively listening. She wants to be accurate. She's confident enough to ask.
Rather than pretending.
Exactly. It shows integrity, engagement, a proactive approach. Interviewers really value that. It's a sign of emotional intelligence, actually.
Okay, so the interview wraps up. About 20 minutes. They smile. Thank you, Nora. That was very nice. And Nora describes feeling this huge wave of pride. Because she does it, nerves and all. She'd done her absolute best. Leaves the building happy, tired, but with that feeling, I did it. Then she tells her friends, and they're like, that's great. We are so happy for you. Which must have felt amazing.
Oh, absolutely. That reflection period is so important. Her feeling pride in doing her best, that shows she's focused on her effort, her courage. That builds real, lasting confidence, whatever the outcome. It's about internal validation first.
Yeah.
And then the friend's reaction. That's social reinforcement. It validates her effort, confirms her feeling of accomplishment. It cements the positive experience. It's celebrating the attempt, the process.
So now she's waiting. The waiting game, as she puts it, hoping she gets the job.
Right. And that waiting period, it actually leads to Nora's biggest takeaway. The core lesson she learned from all this. I can do hard things even when I am scared. That just sums it all up perfectly, doesn't it?
It really does.
It's about reframing the whole experience. The win isn't just getting the job. The win was facing the fear, doing the preparation, showing up, being honest.
Yeah.
That courage, that effort, that was the victory. And that belief, that's something she can carry into any challenge. It's foundational.
What a story. We really followed Nora through every step, from the mere pep talk and that lucky necklace
Yeah.
to packing the water bottle, staying calm on the bus,
Yeah.
asking for clarification. It's the mix, isn't it? Mindset and practical steps.
Totally. Her story just lays it out so clearly. The power of preparing mentally and practically, how crucial clear, polite communication is, especially under pressure. And maybe the biggest thing, the strength you find just by facing your fears and giving it everything you've got. Like Nora showed, the real win is often in the effort, the growth.
So let's leave you, our listener, with a thought. What's your next big day? Maybe it's an interview, maybe something else entirely. How can Nora's story, her bravery, her prep, her honesty, inspire how you approach it? How can you prepare, perform, and importantly, find that pride in your own effort no matter what happens? We hope this deep dive into Nora's experience helps you tap into your own strength for whatever's next.